Sustainability, I hate buzzwords, but you know, sometimes they get to be buzzwords for good reasons, and sustainability is a big one of those. We've got to start living in ways that are more sustainable, that you can carry on, you know, and if everybody out there trying to do the most they can possibly do for the, you know, or make the most they can possibly make for doing the least they can possibly do is not a viable, sustainable system. You know, there's just no way that's ever going to work. It's a wrong interpretation. So we're trying to do something different to hopefully make it work in a better way. And if not, no harm, no foul. Move on and do something else. Low risk. So. If everybody out there ate healthy food, there wouldn't be enough healthy food. So there's going to continue to be a growing market for this sort of thing, because healthy food it's a good thing for a lot of reasons. I've been out here for 9 years, almost 10, back from basically being a vagabond in various pursuits across the country.
I grew up in Conway, Arkansas. I was born in Kokomo, Indiana. I decided to go to culinary school in Charleston, South Carolina, and then I kind of worked there, Savannah, Georgia, Memphis, Tennessee, Austin, Houston, and then back up. Well, I was in Little Rock there for a little while, and then decided to come to Fayetteville.
I started working with Kurt years ago now, just selling fresh greens in the wintertime. And to this day, that's my favorite thing to do is grow. I'd 10 to 1 rather grow greens in the wintertime than anything we do in the summertime. They need a consistent supply of product. And it's very difficult for a small farmer, especially dealing with the weather constraints and things like that, for us to oftentimes be able to provide him with the consistent kind of product. But he's able to work his menu and deal with his other, you know, larger like distribution type suppliers in such a way that he'll use us to fill the gaps, you know, or, you know, he knows what he's doing, so he's able to make that happen.
You can't sustain a menu by just doing farm to table, not a menu that's as large as what we have. But you still can provide what you can provide. The local farmers could not supply what we sell on a day-to-day basis. So what I try to do is I try to bring my specials in that way. And then there's other things that I try to do. So a lot of times with the vegetable of the days or something like that, bring in what I can and then switch it around. But I might need, you know, 50 pounds of spinach and I can only get 10 pounds. So to supply me for the week. So it's a constant battle of trying to figure out what you can serve and sustain throughout, you know, just a week a lot of times.
Kurt always pays us either retail or just under retail. So that's phenomenal to have somebody that's used to paying distribution prices that will do that.
I don't know, I enjoy it. I mean, the food tastes better. It's local. You know, when you're buying, you're helping whoever it is, you know. When we buy stuff from them, we're supporting their family. And you actually see that. You know, you're not seeing the big guy that, you know, you're buying a lot from.
They want to provide something that's super high quality, you know, and in many ways Kurt's in a position to define quality, which that's where you really want to be when you're in business, is defining what that high quality product really is. I guess at the risk of being a little bit cliche, it's very rewarding to grow food for people, especially when you know you're growing a good quality product, especially when you know you're making a living doing it. It's really fun.
Tom, I believe, sent a couple pigs off, and I'll end up buying either the pork tenderloin or pork chops from him, and I'll use those as specials here.
But they want to be able to offer a good, high quality pork chop. Ours tastes like none other, just because the animals are outside, they're treated right. You know, they're happy. They have a pond, and they, you know, I mean, they do pig things.
This place right here is really truly a gem for being what it is in the area that it's at. It is the coolest place I've ever worked. There's a lot of freedom here. As long as I can make the costs work, which I do, I can use whatever I want. I don't do that anyways. It's still a business. We do have to maintain costs, and besides that, it's my report card. If I run my costs, I'm doing a good job. Then I can reward myself and order some truffles or something like that.
I've never had this kind of a quality of life, doing anything I've ever done before, making 5 times as much money as I make now. I had kale with onions, you know, eggs, and bacon for breakfast this morning. Everything on my plate this morning came off of here. I grew it myself. I feel like I'm at the heart of something, doing what I'm doing. You know, I don't know, it's certainly not the heart of the revenue generation business, but it's the heart of an idea that if people pay attention, we can redirect some priorities that will make people pay attention to living a better life.